Hello everybody and welcome back to All Leeds TV. Conor here. Just going to wait for a few of you to turn up, then we'll get going. Hope you're doing fantastically well. I hope you're doing better than, everybody. It's been a tough one, and it's been a tough week or so in particular. I think normality sort of resumed, which is, it's a bit awkward, isn't it, right now? So I hope you're all doing fantastically well. Anyway, let's just get this stream copied out on all the socials and we'll get into it. All right. There we go. Life of a YouTuber, guys. I hope you're doing really, really well. Anyway, we're just going to get some of your comments up on the stream at the minute. We've got Rudy LUFC. Hello, Rudy. I hope you're doing really well, mate. And there's currently 8 of you watching. Fantastic. I've noticed with this series that it is mental, but a lot of you are absolutely loving, the actual series, which is mental. I didn't expect it. A lot of very committed people who seem to be speaking to me all the time on DMs on Instagram and Twitter saying when's the next one out. So let's go. And what's going on at this moment in time? So Leeds are top of the division, which is fantastic. Reading in second place. We've had a really good run. Beaten Swansea last time. Beaten Derby. And there's one thing that I kind of want to get into with regards to training. I don't want to delegate myself to training. We're going to get straight into this, guys. I'm not. This isn't what I want to be doing. If you're on FM all the time, try to delegate unless you've got all of your strategies and stuff like that and you know exactly what you're doing. But with me, I'm not 100% sure, so I always delegate. So yeah, the familiarity with the training tactic, and this is always why. If your training's going the wrong way, it's because you haven't delegated. It's because you're not focusing on your primary tactic here. And then what Diego Reyes will do is he's going to continue making these training schedules, but he's going to do it a lot better. And what you will see is people like Barry Douglas training better, Tyler Roberts training better. Just going to praise Guri here. Well done, mate. Another fantastic week in training. He's always having good ones. So yeah, let's get into it, guys. So yeah, that's just a little bit of a tip from me at the start. The team's looking pretty strong at this moment in time. We've got Derby coming up next. And guys, if I'm brutally honest with you, what we're going to do, and this is going to kill you off, to be quite honest, the last game didn't save. The last game did not save. So whatever the weather, I'm going to go on a holiday until the Charlton game. Whatever will be, and we're going to just get on with it from then onwards. But yeah, I was absolutely fuming when I found this out. It just means that we've lost, a certain amount of days. We're going to return on the 28th, and yeah, it's absolutely dead. I'm not happy with it at all, but it's just what happens, guys, isn't it? Sometimes the saves don't work. I'm also working on several different saves as well. In the game, I've got a Wolves save as well, which I think just overrided it, which is doing my head in. I'm just getting loads of people commenting now, I'm just seeing it all. So as I say, not ideal. Hopefully the assistant managers, but I want to keep this completely transparent with you guys. It hasn't saved, so we're just going to carry on going for the next 3 or 4 games, and then we'll get into it at West Brom, which was supposedly when we're going to be coming back to it anyway. So yeah, let's read a few comments out. Love this series. Keep it up, Conor. Thank you, Tony. Yeah, there's a lot of committed people who watch it. I'm not going to lie, and it sort of drives me on to do it. Hi, Conor, mate. Hope you're well. Loving these. Thank you, Harry. Lewis Margerson, come on, Norman. Yeah, let me just address that for this current situation. Obviously, with what's going on with Norman, and I believe it's Lorimer as well. I think they've contracted COVID-19, which is awful. And the tough players in the 60s and the 70s. So hopefully they'll pull through. It's an awful situation, but hopefully we're going to be able to see them very, very soon. It is a difficult scenario. They're both in at this moment in time, and you got to pray, haven't you? It's a really tough time for everyone, not just those guys, but we're hoping because they're close to Leeds United hearts that they pull through very, very, very soon. And I hope you're all doing well as well. So make sure you keep streaming your comments in. Yeah, this is so annoying because we're in a really good spell with where we're at with Leeds. So we're just beating Derby 1-0, beating Forest Green. So you know what, I might just have to play it. I might genuinely just have to play it again, and then we'll just have to extend the episode. Because these holidays are just ridiculous. They take so long. Do you think Leeds will go up behind closed doors? Yeah, I do. I think we're going to go up behind closed doors. It's going to be tough because the fans aren't there, obviously. But I think with Leeds, it works two ways. I think sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. The crowds, you know, versus Derby, definitely got on top of the players. But then, for example, and I do think it worked. It got on our back as well against Sheffield United and Wigan last year. I think there's been a couple of occasions where it has happened this year. But I do also think that it's the right thing to do. You know, having it behind closed doors, it's got to be the right thing to do, just for people's health, people's safety and stuff, which is good. But it is tough. It is going to be a really tough period for the club because we're not going to have the celebrations at the end of the year, which is going to be really tough for us all. But at the end of the day, guys, if it was cut off the end of the season now, I wouldn't care less. If we just went up and they sort of like played it, you know, voided it, but Leeds got promoted, I wouldn't care less. Loads of people are talking about going on the pitch and all this sort of stuff. You know, let's have a little bit of a bigger club mentality here. We are a big club. I know it's been 16, 17 years, but let's not, you know, and I would be very emotional at the fact that we're going up, but we are a big club. I don't want us to have all this, you know, all this sort of understanding, you know, that let's have a parade, let's all go mental for weeks and weeks and weeks in Leeds. I'm not about that. We've been in this crap division for 17 years. It is a relief, but let's have a bit of a big club mentality here. I remember hearing something with Villa last year, and they didn't have an open bus top. They didn't have it, and they were just like, "This is a big club. We don't do that. We don't have an open bus mentality here." So I get it. I get that everyone wants to get to the end of the season, but behind closed doors for me, it'd be more than applicable. I think we'd be absolutely fine. If any of you guys caught that Derby result there, obviously because we're on holiday, make sure you let me know in the comment section below. Obviously we're moving on slowly here, but we will get there. And I might even have to play that last one, just as it is. There's 31 of you watching. If you wouldn't mind slapping a like on the video. Moldy7890, hello, do you rate Helder Costa? I presume you're a Wolves fan. You know, if you've not watched my stuff before, you might have done, who knows. If you are new, please subscribe. But yeah, everyone will tell you on this platform that I do rate Helder Costa. I think technically he's better than anyone we've got, and I'll be brutally honest with you there. I think the difference with Costa is he's just not quite there yet because he's just getting used to Elland Road. He's getting used to Leeds United. He's getting used to the expectations. I still think the higher expectations than at Wolves. You know, I think Wolves are a big club. They're a good club. They're an old club, similar to Leeds in lots of ways. But I think Leeds are a bigger club. So it is one of those things where you've got to come to Leeds and you've got to wear the shirt and wear the expectancy. And I think at this minute in time, he's doing that. He's doing really well for me. In his first season, he's improved dramatically, but there are still holes in his game for me at this moment in time. You know, he needs to add goals to his game. He gets in such great positions. And we've seen with some of his finishing this year, you know, like Cardiff at home, Birmingham away, his technical ability is extremely good. But I think the thing with Costa is it's when he's in tight situations as well. When he's in tight situations, I don't think I've ever seen a player at Elland Road who is able to do that. And he's in tight situations and he will always come out with the ball. I think the last person I saw who did that was Robert Snodgrass, but since then I've not seen a player like that. So yeah, he's a quality addition. I'd spend 15 million all over again on Helder Costa. I just think people are really impatient with him because of the price tag, which I think is a real shame because, you know, everyone gives Bamford so many chances, and Bamford costs us a lot of money, you know, for a striker. You know, 7 rising to 10 million. That's a lot of money for a striker, and a lot of people would turn around and say he hasn't delivered. I would personally say that. You know, I'm not a massive fan of Bamford. You know, I support him because he's a Leeds product, of course I do, but I'm not a massive fan of his product on the pitch. But at the end of the day, you know, fans always back him, and I think fans have got to back Helder Costa as well because he's levels and levels above. So yeah, that's my in detailed answer to that. We'll keep getting your comments in, guys. As I said, we're just waiting for that period now. Obviously, these games are coming down. So if you're just joining now, you're actually in luck. Nathan, no, the games haven't started yet, mate. We've had a little bit of a problem. There wasn't, after we'd done so well last series, which was probably the best episode I've done, actually, not series, episode. The best episode I've done, winning 4 games on the trot. And now, unfortunately, the game didn't save, which is an absolute nightmare. When I was stopped streaming last time, I must have forgotten to do it, so I apologise. So that's what we're doing now, is I'm sort of punishing myself. I've gone on holiday, which is killing me, and we are waiting to get up to the game that we stopped at, and then we will start again. Yeah, we already did. We already went against Charlton. We already did, Anne, but unfortunately, the game didn't save. So we're having to replay it all over again. But I'm just going on holiday this time. But I think it's a good chance for us guys to catch up as well, and then we can get into the game. So I'll keep getting your comments in. It looks like we're at Forest Green Rovers now. I'm hoping the backroom staff are doing well. As I say, I'm not just going to spend all the episodes going through these, going through these games again. We're just going to wait until we get to West Brom, and that's going to be the start of the episode. So it might be in second, we might be in third, but I think we'll be able to claw it back. His end product was lacking. It's about Helder Costa. He has all the ability in the world. It was hard for him in the Prem as he was trying as an impact sub. So he was trying too hard to produce. Yeah, I can understand that. I saw him in the Prem a couple of times, and I've always been a massive fan of him. I've always really liked him. He kept well and rode. I think the first time Wolves had properly got the money bags in, and he was the sort of first marquee signing for Wolves. And he kept well and rode, and it was my first game of the season. I think I was at university. And, Costa was on the left. And I think he was playing against Berardi, actually, and he just tore him apart. He absolutely tore him apart. He scored, and Wolves won 1-0. And I think that season they finished 15th. But the season after was when they started making progress and stuff like that. But he was unbelievable. And I think if he has another season with Bielsa obviously stays, and seeing him in the Premier League, I think we'll see hopefully a different Helder Costa, because I think Nuno did wonders with him, but I just think there were so many players at Wolves who had that technical ability that he couldn't really hone in on Helder Costa, whereas Bielsa, for me, can hone in. He can take his time. He can produce it. He can, sort of wait and see what's going on with Helder Costa, and I think that's a real good way of doing it. And I think he'll come good at Leeds. I really do. And I think for fans to be outing him, that really annoyed me, and it was ridiculous as well, because he's a wonderful player for me. That's my thoughts. What do you think about this season being finished in 68 days? I think it's 56, isn't it? I'm happy. I'm happy at that. It's going to be tough. I think we're thinking about the games the other day, and I think it's literally going to be 2 or 3 games with each sort of day. It's going to go at an absolute rapid pace, but it's just the environment we're in. I personally don't think that will happen. I don't think it should happen. I don't understand why we're forcing it. Every other industry, every other service is postponing, but football, because of the money, has to continue. Do you know what I mean? Which, for me, it's not how it should go. It's not how it should go at all. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, but I just think it's a little bit savage, to be quite honest. I think we've got to hold back, and I think we've got to wait for it all to sort of subside, and then we can get on with football again, even if it does take until November. That's my thoughts anyway. I think it's just a bit ridiculous that we're starting again straight away. It's just mental. Let's have a look. What was your favourite game? What was your favourite Leeds game you went to so far? Well, Tony, my first ever Leeds game was Mark Viduka 4, Liverpool 3. That was pretty insane, mate. That was unbelievable. I love that. And obviously it's a pretty good game to get into. That was probably my most memorable game. Absolutely loved everything to do with it. The atmosphere was unbelievable. The Liverpool fans were unbelievable. Leeds fans were unbelievable, and it really was incredible. So I'd probably say, let me know your guys. What's been your favourite game ever? I'm sure there's a lot of you who've been around in the 60s and the 70s who sometimes watch these streams, so let me know as well. And you young lads as well, and you young ladies, let me know in the comment section below. Right, we're nearly there now, guys. West Brom away. It's going to be interesting to see what the backroom staff have gone for. Obviously, I didn't want them to change strategy or anything like that. If you guys are just joining, I was just talking at the start about the importance of, the importance of having a good training schedule, and make sure you always go onto there and maybe send it out. What do you think about Adam Forshaw? A lot of you are probably not going to like this, but I would probably look at sort of maybe getting rid of Forshaw next season. Especially if we're in the Premier League. I think he's one of those players who, unfortunately, is always going to be set back because of injuries. I remember one of my good mates who's a Borough fan was always telling me about, his issues with injury at Borough as well, and how that didn't get into that next level. I think it's always going to be an issue for Forshaw, and I would probably look at moving him on and getting I wanted us to get someone like Luke Freeman in January, and I think he'd be an ideal replacement. You get rid of Forshaw, unbelievable servant to the club, thank you, but it's not really worked out. Get someone like Freeman in who's going to be playing week in, week out, and I think he'd be a great signing. I just think at this moment in time, it is a bit of an issue with Forshaw keeping him fit, and that's just not going to ride in the Premier League, unfortunately. My favourite game was Birmingham 4, Leeds 5. Yeah, it was pretty incredible, wasn't it? I nearly put my TV through the window a couple of times in that game. I didn't actually celebrate the fifth because I thought they're just going to go to the other end and score a fifth. It was absolutely a crazy game of football. Right, guys, we're nearly there now. The mad thing is, at the end of last episode, West Brom, we were coming up against West Brom, and I think they were fifth. So they must have had, just in this episode alone, they've taken an absolute battering. They've been awful. My stepdad is a Leeds fan, and I went to a League Cup game and saw Paul Robinson score. Yeah, the famous Swindon Town 2-2 Robbo in the last minute. Yeah, it was unbelievable. Interesting that we get, other fans' opinions on. Obviously, I know it's a dark time at this moment in time, so everyone's sort of like having a little bit of a skim on YouTube because no one knows what to do. But yeah, I mean, what are your thoughts on Leeds this season so far? A lot of people sort of showing similarities between Leeds and Wolves. I don't know. What do you guys think of the comment section below? Do you think there is a similarity between Leeds and Wolves? I mean, I know Barry Douglas earlier on was saying that apparently he rates Phillips alongside Neves, which is a huge compliment. But for me, Adel Taarabt and Neves and Pablo Hernandez sort of are the best three players I think I've seen in the Championship. So let me know what you guys think anyway. Right, we're going to return from the holiday. Let's have a look at the fixtures results. How have the staff done? How have the players done? So we can just get right into this game ASAP. So, right, okay, so a mixed bag. So it's pretty poor actually, really poor. You look at this derby game, 2-2, and so our unbeaten run has also gone. We had Anil Hadzic, Rooney scoring, Tom Lawrence, Augustin for us. Not ideal that. I'd have hoped for a win there. Forest Green, only 3-2 as well, just barely winning that one. Guri scoring, of course, good for both my strikers to get off the mark there, but yeah, conceding 2, that's not ideal. Charlton as well, beating us 2-1. Look at that, Johnny Williams last minute. Augustin scoring quite a few to be fair, but yeah, I mean, not ideal. We're going to have to get back to winning ways. We've got tough months coming up as well. West Brom, Millwall, Birmingham, Preston, Sheffield Wednesday. So yeah, let's have a look at some of these inboxes. 8 unbeaten for Leeds, but that's stopped now. I wanted to sort of go this whole season being unbeaten, but that's just my fault because I didn't save the game like a twonk. Tyler Roberts injured. Shock. See, a lot of you guys always want me to play Roberts, but the issue is with Roberts is he's just, Reyes, there you go. Reyes is impressed by Williams, Johnny Williams. You could have watched Netflix and got a player case file on him there, Reyes. That's not good, is it? I'm not impressed by this guy so far, this Reyes. Right, anyway, we're going to have to come back to winning ways against West Bromwich Albion, which is a perfect way. It looks like they won the other day as well. With international matches approaching, do you think Mattis is deserving of a call-up? I'm only interested in matters related to Leeds United. That's a bit cutthroat, but like, you know, I've not seen enough of Matthias so far. My predictions: Leeds 3, West Brom 1. Yeah, hopefully I am. Will you be watching the Viduka 4, Liverpool 3 match on Sky Sports on Sunday? I didn't know it was on, to be honest. What do you think of a takeover by China? I don't really know what you mean there, mate. Sorry. Barnsley losing out there. So it looks like we're still second in the table, which is good after 3 very average games. Right, so it looks like West Brom are coming up. The potential is there for Leeds to do really well on promotion. Wolves didn't really sign too many players when we were promoted. Players like Saeed, Bennett, Doherty did well, who I don't think would make the grade. Yeah, I do like Saeed especially. I think Doherty's a quality player. Very interesting. You let Douglas go, but it looks like it was the right call. You know, he's not been great for us at all, Barry Douglas. Which when you see him coming in for 3 million, you think it's going to be it's an absolute snip, but it wasn't, and he's not been great. Always injured. Can we expect mass changes? I'd rather not discuss that. The public want to. I hate when you get the journos coming in. Look, Richard Ben. Like, well, why are you giving me such? Shut up. Leave me alone. Right. I mean, this is going to be a tough game, guys. We all know it. I think I might play Guri this one. I don't know what you guys think. Matthew, I think Guri, I'm not 100% sure. If you guys were present last episode, you know exactly what I was talking about. Sean McGonigal, hi, my friend. Hello. Richard Bedford, hello. Jonathan O'Grady, hello. Roberts Hernandez. I remember, Jonathan, you loved them before. Mate, I was just saying before, and Roberts is injured again. Shock. Let's have a look. Come on, let's get into the game now. We need a game, don't we? I think we've been doing this for about half an hour. Good thing is we've got a quick succession of games coming up, so I think it's Tuesday, Saturday. So I hope you guys are doing well anyway. I hope you're exercising. I hope you're keeping your social distancing from other people. I'm finding shopping a massive stressor. I went again today and was struggling with people getting close to me. I don't know if you guys are feeling the same. With the Kappa sponsorship coming to an end, how do you rate their kits for us? I personally have liked the vast majority of them, and they've been the best we've had in a few years. Yeah, great question. I would agree with you. I think especially the one where there was no logo there. I think it was under Chelino, and it was just sort of a blue stripe, blue collar, V-neck. I really love that kit, and it was just minimalistic, and it was like back to the old days, you know. And I thought that was a really nice kit. I think Kappa have been really good for us, you know. I got one the other day. I got the home kit, so now I've got the home kit, the pink and black kit, the bus seat kit from last year, and the white kit from last year, and the yellow kit. And I've not bought a kit in maybe 10, 15 years. So you can obviously I've been very happy with Kappa. Yeah, with Adidas coming in, it's going to be great. Right, guys, getting on to the West Brom game. Back down to football matters. Let's get into it. James Obi, hello, my friend. Hope you're doing fantastically well. Yeah, talking about how good Guri is. Honestly, he's unbelievable on this game. So as I say, I always go to the assistant manager Diego Reyes to see what he's going to pick. Right, sticking with the same team. I think I know the fitness isn't great, but I'm not 100% on Matthias yet. Matthias is one of those who I bought, but he's not been amazing so far. And you can tell, obviously, with the full green that Guri's used to that position in any way. Lianes, I need to start doing more with him. If you guys have any suggestions of who on earth I can take out loan signing wise, please let me know. Ledermo's still on the bench. I'm fine with that. Hernandez is I know a lot of you guys want him in, but I'm going to put him in anyway for Forsh. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. Oh man, what? Why are you just put in? I think that's why. It's because Hernandez needs to be out. He wasn't trained in England. I think that's what it was. So we have to go with him for a foreign player. So we're gonna have to go for we're gonna take I'm going to take Ledermo out, annoyingly, but yeah, we'll go with that. Well, guys, are you reading at the minute? I got Peter Crouch's book today. Yeah, nice little find. I like Crouch. He's a bit of a laugh, bit of an English treasure. Hello and good night from Australia, but I think I'm too knackered for this. Leeds. Thanks for your support anyway, Nigel. Thank you. Hernandez for Costa, says Jonathan O'Grady. Well, let's get into it anyway. They've got a good team out. I'm going to say go out and give the fans their money's worth, which is pretty much what I'd say to players every game anyway. Big game this. Big game. We need to get back to winning ways after the slump in form. Come on, Douglas. Ball in. Douglas whip it. Geary. Harrison, second bite of the cherry. Should have better. Come on, defend. Yeah, they were through then. Which of the players in the championship would you have if you could? Come on, let's go. Come on, close him down. Go on, Augustin. Gary Shaw in the middle. Good save. Come on. Nearly. But yeah, guys, other players I'd probably say in the division, I'd definitely go for Pereira. I'd probably go Dean Garner as well, a few more attacking options. From Fulham, I'd take Michael Hector. And who else would I have? To be honest, I'd probably go Joe Bryant as well. You know, I probably would. They're probably the four that I'd choose. Let me know who you guys would take in the comment section below. I find that quite interesting. It's a good question, that. Keep getting your questions in, guys. Come on, boys. Oh, Jesus Christ. Living on the edge a bit here. Just wide. Forest winning. Yeah, Joe Lolly's a good shout, actually. Joe Lolly wouldn't be a bad player on this, would he? And just Joe Lolly in general. Lionel Lolly. Turned up against Leeds this year, didn't he? Right, okay. I mean, it's all right for a first half. It looks like we're on top. Yeah, dig in. We need to dig in now. Come on, boys up top. We need you to start. Yeah, if you guys have any suggestions as well, what you're doing with tactics and stuff, always, like I say, get in the section below. It's half time now. Eze's impressed me. Yeah, Matt Cash. Thing is, I wouldn't have Cash because I think Ailey's a better player. I think Cash has had a good season, don't get me wrong. but Aylin's way more consistent. Do you know what I mean? Matty Cash had one good season, everyone's getting excited. It's the exact same with Jayden Bogle. Everyone's just getting really excited about these players because it's a breakout season. But you look at someone like Aylin. So Hadzic. Coop switching it. Go on, take him on Costa now. Pass it. Held the Costa, man. I swear to God, he's gonna. On this game, he sends me absolutely mental. He just never passes the ball. Costa. Cooper, get in there. Get in. Back on track. Cooper. 4th goal of the season. I think we've played. How many games have we played, guys? It's 6. Cooper is always scoring from corners, ball in. Cooper with a header. Delicious header. Look at that. That's 1-0 to Leeds. Oh, Pereira. God, we're not defending well on corners. We're attacking them, we're great, but it's like the other way around in real life. Look at this straight away as well. Douglas's fitness. Shocking. And a card. Come on. I'm liking the fact Mesler's in net though, and when I'm playing anyway, he's barely conceding. Gustan, play it. Phillips. Oh, nah, close them down. Come on, close them down. Ah, they're in. Sawyers, they're in. Good save, Meslier. Pretty poor effort that from Sawyers. I might have to bring the boys on in a little bit to stretch him out a bit. I think at this moment in time it's a little bit predictable. That's a foul. Yellow card. It looks like on the percentages, it looks like they're having a couple of good games. Do you know what I mean? Like the boys at top. So let's change it around a bit. Right. Okay. We're gonna go Connolly. Gonna bring him on for Augustin, even though he's having a really good game. Maybe switch those up top. Will that work? Guri can just play anywhere, but we're gonna put him as like the attacking forward on that left-hand side. And we'll bring Pablo on for Costa. Here we go, another attack, hopefully. Dallas, Hernandez, come on, switch it up. Hadzic. Guri, get in, there he is, 5th goal of the season. Amine Guri, what a finish. Keeper, I don't know what he's doing. Why is he not coming out of his box? He's giving Guri all that time there. Really good build-up play. Harrison's got it here. Look at this. Switches past. I think it's Nathan Ferguson. Good ball. What is the keeper doing? You've got to ask questions. Guri finishes off. 2-0. Sean McGonigal saying apparently that Leeds have gone up to the Premier League or something like that. Imagine. Douglas? Ooh, just wide. Going to make us eat our words there, won't he? But yeah, look at all that. I'm happy with the shots, guys. It's been to say it's top of the not top, who probably should be top of the division. It's a pretty good win. I think they're going to be up there next season, to be honest. Yeah, Douglas. I know he wants to be subbed off, but we haven't got a left back. We're going to go Shackleton, I think. I know he can't play there, and it's a shocking decision, but what I'm going to do is Shackleton, then I'll change him round for Dallas. Can we get a third? Shackleton. Ooh, big throw. Hernandez. Cooper. Guri. Have a crack. Hadzic. Phillips crack. Shackleton. Oh my God, will we shoot? Will we shoot? Kravinovic. Austin. Grizicki, defend. Oh, Meslier again. Meslier, he's playing really well in that. Really, really well. But from us attacking there, that's a bit annoying. Get out. Fernandez. Oh, it's Ben White. It's 3-0. What a header. We're absolutely lethal. Lethal from corners. It's something that I'm not used to as a Leeds United fan. Look at this ball in. Hernandez with an assist. Great ball in. And Ben White, not a bit of an ab exercise. And yeah, just trying to keep fit, mate. Trying to do my bit every single day. But yeah, I'm definitely thinking about setting some sort of fitness thing up. Sort of stay tuned. But I'm definitely thinking about setting some sort of thing up, which, I've been thinking about for a while, which, I'll let you guys know in due course. But yeah, that's what I've been doing, mate. I've been I think it makes you feel good, and it's good at this moment in time, even if you are indoors, mate. You know what I mean? So I think that's a good idea. But let me know what you guys are doing as well. How are you getting through the days? Started a TV series as well with my partner called Ozark, which I'm really enjoying, which is good. Very happy with that result. So that was a good win for us. Yeah, exactly. And apparently they were really dangerous, but they weren't. Now, this game is worrying me a little bit. Obviously, Millwall, it's obviously a tough game in the calendar. Leeds are notoriously poor down there and in London, but that's nice to see. Leeds top of the table. Post-match, let's attend this. I'm pleased. Very happy. Yeah, definitely agree. It's a joy to watch. He is. Yeah, good luck. Which leg do you want to sign for 30 million? No, it's not going to happen. Let's not be silly. Roy Hodgson's not. Old Roy, he's not going to be signing Calvin, I don't think. Imagine if Calvin decided he wanted to go to Crystal Palace. Of all teams, no disrespect, but you know what I mean? It's not a massive move, is it? Palace. So yeah, we put that Charlton stupid result and that Derby one to bed a little bit with that win there. McGilligan pleased to go top. Cooper there, 8.4. Geary, 8.3. I'm definitely going to keep Geary in, I think, for the near future. Like, my assistant manager loves to rotate him, but I really like him. He's a really good player. As James said, he's played with him on FIFA as well, and he's absolutely quality. I might try him and Matthias up front as well, but I do like Augustin on the update. He's very good, so I don't know. I'm very knee-jerk with stuff like this. How many are you watching? I've not even checked. Oh, great, yeah, 28, yeah. Make sure you slap a like in the video if you are still watching, guys. Would you want Milner back, and do you think it's possible if we go up? I do think he would fit into this Leeds side really well. You look at Klopp's teams, they're no slouches. They're up and down the pitch, up and down, up and down, up and down. But would Leeds go for sort of 33, 34-year-olds in the Premier League? I don't think it'd be a bad idea, because I think Milner's a bit of a specimen as a footballer. He's a big lad. He's always played at the top level, and he's not slowing down. He's still rotation. He plays for a Liverpool side. You'd have someone like, as I've just said, someone like Crystal Palace. You'd have someone like, you'd have Palace. You'd have all the clubs who were sort of in the bottom half, maybe even just outside the top six. In for Milner, I think, and he'd regularly play. That's my opinion anyway. So I think it'd be a brilliant signing if he came to Leeds, if he went into the Premier League. What about you guys? Who would you have? That's an interesting question. Who would you have? Who would you have if Leeds went up? Who would be on your shortlist? Now this isn't good, is it? And this is what a football manager does to you. You got someone who's absolutely on form, on fire, Liam Cooper, and then suddenly he's injured for 2 to 4 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. It does my head in. It's so annoying. Does it all the time. They effed you. They FM'd you. That's what they call it. Right, let's see what's going on. Millwall face difficult Leeds challenge. Jake Cooper. Robinson was Leeds to respect Cooper. Well, it's a bit of a nightmare. Us losing Cooper, to be honest, when Jake Cooper is saying that he's going to come and have a good game. Last time out, you played, gives us confidence. I consider it should be strong favourites. I don't really have anything to say about the Brentford match. I don't think it's appropriate to speak about Luke Ayling. So I feel it's my place. Like sometimes I'm just like the reporters do my head in a bit on this game. They twist your words and then like you'll end up getting sacked. So I choose sometimes not to comment. Oh my god. What's going on in training? Look at this. Leeds to physio, Douglas. This is what I was saying, guys, with Douglas. Even on this game, he's the exact same. He's always injured. Right, criticise Kiko. I'm disappointed with your training. You're absolutely right. Gets his morale up as well because he feels like I'm bothered about him. Geary again, look at this in training. I wanted to take a moment to say how well you've done. 19 years old. Absolutely ruining the championship. And hopefully ruining Millwall. We go up. Do you think QSI will invest? Yeah, I think it's on the back burner, mate. To be quite honest, I think it's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious that they're going to be investing. I think that's why we give it a better go than like a Norwich, for example. No disrespect to Norwich or no disrespect to previous teams, but I feel if Leeds go up, we're going to be bankrolled, and I think that's a massive thing because it's also been sustainable at the top level, and like Wolves have been, similar to how Wolves have been. If we can go there, Bielsa's not going to want a whole host of new players, but even he's not naive enough to know that if Leeds go to the Premier League, we need more players. It's not just a case of getting one player in and that's it. We do need. I think people do fail to understand how significant that step up is. That step up is ridiculous. You lose the ball, you don't score in a game like Leeds. Sometimes we don't. We need 15 chances to score. They'll have one chance. Let's say you get it fall into Danny Ings for Southampton, a Zaha for a Palace. They're going to score, and it's going to be one chance, one goal, and that's what the highlight reel is going to be on Match of the Day. It's going to be the fact that Leeds United lost at home, so let's say Crystal Palace 1-0. Leeds had all the ball, we had all the possession, but this time, we were punished, and that will be the case in the Premier League. No qualms about it. So Leeds do have to improve the side. You can get all sentimental as you want and start saying, oh well, but he's done so well, he deserves a chance, and you're definitely right. Some players do deserve chances, 100%. But you've also got to think to yourself, do we want to stay in the Premier League? Are QSI going to come in and turn around and say, right, well, we're not going to invest all this money if you're going to keep, for example, I'm not being harsh here, but the likes of Kiko, the likes of Forshaw, the likes of even Bamford for me, in and around, you're going to have to get that next level of player up. For example, let's say like a Forshaw, go from a Forshaw to a James Milner. Do you know what I mean? That's the level we're talking here. And I think people are naive who think this team would go up and just because of one performance against Arsenal, they'd be able to last an entire season against these top quality oppositions with such a small squad and defy expectations. I just think we need a lot more for me. Let me know what you guys think. If you just think we'd be absolutely fine as we are, then stick in the comment section below. Tony Rooney, where are you in the table? I just joined. We're second in the table, mate. I think we've got a game in hand over Brentford. We're about to play Millwall right now, so I'm looking forward to that. And I always love getting one over on Millwall. Look at this, a packed fixture list. I think Brentford might have 2 games in hand on us, actually, to be fair. Yeah, guys, sorry for the lateness of this. Sometimes I like to leave the video. I like to sort of let the videos breathe a little bit. And obviously, with everything that's going on at this moment in time, I've still got uni work which I'm doing. I'm still sort of like doing a few freelance articles and stuff like that, and doing this, that, and the other. So it is, I'm sort of busy at this moment in time, which is good. Yeah, that's positive, and the same thing as with you guys as well. Just keep setting yourself short-term goals. You know what I mean? Exercising every day is a bare minimum. I think everyone should be doing that. Set yourself a little goal, even if you're not at work. You know, what can you be doing today? You know, if it's just something like taking the bins out and doing a job that you've been putting off for ages. Do you know what I mean? FM Mouse, hello mate, hello, hello. Bleed Leeds, hello. Ah, come on, let's get into this Millwall game. Millwall. It's Friday night, guys. What are we all doing tonight? We're going out and partying? I don't think so. Not tonight. What are we all doing tonight? Anything exciting? Um, the Leeds marching on together, marching con together, mate. What do you reckon? Should be the new Instagram name, marching con together. What do you reckon? Con with the wind. I think I don't know if you guys have seen this, but it is one of those. It is one of those sort of databases with FM where if you go large and involve loads of leagues, which is essentially what I've done, it does slow up the game a little bit, which because I'm quite impatient and intolerant, I find quite slightly frustrating. But yeah, I wanted to increase the database just basically because I wanted to be able to find as many players as I can, because sometimes you can't even get into the Argentinian leagues, which is really annoying. Right, so where are the evening games? Let's have a look at some of these games. So West Brom spanking Cardiff. Sheffield Wednesday losing, shock. Barnsley getting absolutely hammered. I think it was 5-1 or it was 5-0 this season anyway. Brentford, that's good for us. So do we stay top? No, we go third. So who's top? Fulham back in the mix. Right, quick pick, see what he says. Right, so he's got an injured Ailing, so Leeds already down to the bare bones. That's probably my fault for not getting a centre half in, to be honest. I mean, that is probably the best team. I'm not gonna. It sounds like I'm against Macias guys. I'm genuinely not. Guri scored last game. I can't keep him out. What about Hernandez? Hernandez is cut. He's getting a few assists actually at this moment in time. So we bring him in for Klozek. Klozek's a bit of a long-term project, I think. Well, the lack match. I mean, it's not ideal. This defending corners is going to be difficult. I think. I don't think naturally Ailing's a centre back. Bleed Leeds. I don't really play Football Manager, but if you need swingers, I presume he means wingers. There are two at Anderlecht. I'll have a look at that, mate. How do you find live streaming Football Manager as I'm considering it? Yeah, it's something I wanted to do for ages, mate. To be quite honest with you, I've just not had the time. But now, obviously, with us having the time, I really enjoy it. And also, there's like, for example, like, you know, we might get a match review or a match preview that might do really well on the view count, but this Football Manager series, I'm really surprised by how many people are actually wanting to see it week in, week out, day in, day out, not even week in, week out, and I get a lot of direct messages on Twitter and Instagram, like I said earlier on, of people just wanting to watch it and wanting me to game it. So I've never had this amount of intense fans for a series, so I absolutely love that, you know. So yeah, let's get into it anyway. It's a Millwall away. Looks like they're starting Mason Bennett, who shouldn't be a footballer anymore. Look at that. Not ideal. So let's get into it anyway. I think we're the better team. As leading goal scorers. Well, that's what we're paid to do. Stupid question. Play. As you can see, guys, I'm a bit more harsh on journos because I want to be one. But yeah, an already injured Luke Ayling. It's just, I mean, within 30 seconds, he's got a yellow card. Come on, boys. This is where Leeds always scupper up, innit? Eze's a good shout for who you take up to the Premier League. I love Eze at Leeds. I like John Swift as well. I really like John Swift. I think to bring Ellen Road up to standard, increase capacity, and bring the squad up to Premier League standards, the Premier, you are looking at 500 million. I don't know. I don't know what the. Yeah, maybe you're right, mate. Maybe you're right. Yeah, altogether, you're probably right. Maybe some improvements on the training field as well. You're probably right, mate. I couldn't mark it up, but yeah, there definitely needs to be an increase in the stadium because that's just there's gonna be such a demand for it. Such demand for it, which we all need to adhere to, don't we? So I don't know whether or not that's going to be something that Mr. Ramazani's going to. I presume when QSI come in as well, they're going to want to make improvements. I say when they're coming as if they're going to. I genuinely do believe that. I think Ramazani said it in a latest interview as well, something like they may join us on the journey or something like that. Or I've been in contact with Khalifi or something like that. How's Big Kev doing in this save? He's doing all right, mate. I went on holiday earlier on, as I said, because the game didn't save, so I just marked it up, and he scored a couple of goals as Big Kev. He needs to get one today, like. He's struggling, isn't he? Booked in the first minute, injured. He shouldn't be playing, but for some reason I've not got any backup centre back, which is a stupid move from me. I might have to bring Oliver Casey in or something like that. Right, come on, here we go. Come on, how far to get to run, Leeds? Tackle, great tackle, that is from Shackleton. Just nicks in there where we needed to. Now can we play? Shackleton, Hadzic, oh, heavy touch. I like this lad, Hadzic. Shackleton. Good knock. Harrison. Woods. Yeah, stuff like that. One shot on target there. Bleed Leeds from Kev's Instagram story. He's really working hard. I hope so. We all want to see Kev in the squad, don't we? We thought he was going to be the difference maker, and he still could be for me with 9 games to go. You look at the size of our squad, so small, and with all these games that are coming up, it does worry me because if they're looking to complete inside 56 days, it's going to be a massive turnaround, a huge turnaround. And the fitness levels of the players are going to be tested, especially for a squad like Leeds. You look at someone like Forest. Forest for me are going to, I'm not saying they're going to challenge Leeds, but just for their playoff stance, I think they're going to thrive because, they could still catch Leeds, let's be right, but it would take a complete capitulation from Leeds. But their squad's so massive. And, I think last time we looked, I think they've got like 38 or 39 people within the squad, which is ridiculous. They could cope with this intense period, but with Leeds, you're just hoping that we're just going to remain and we're going to be able to deal with it. But it's going to be a right task in 56 days to complete it, a real task. And a lot of people are talking about behind closed doors, but in 56 days to complete 9 games is massive. It's a massive ask. Come on then. Defend. Leeds, come on. We've slacked off here. Bradshaw, great save, Meslier. We haven't been in this game yet for me. It's saying we've had all the shots, all the possession, all this sort of stuff, but I've not had a highlight yet. Held it. Release the ball, man. Release the ball. Look at that, 1 shot on target. Leeds having 6, but we're not able to conjure anything yet. Come on, we need Guri on the ball. Where's the defence? Great tackle, Ben White. Where is the defence? What an easy ball that was. What a recovery from Ben White. I don't know what it is with Millwall, but they always rattle us, don't they? Harrison, Hadzic. Play the right ball. Helder, do him. Shackleton. Great knock. Costa. Knock it in. Augustin! Oh my God, can we just talk about that? How's he not scored? How has he not scored? This is where I need replays on the. I can't believe he's not scored. Helder Costa dinks it over Augustin. He's got to score. Big Kev's got to score there. Oh, Big Kev. Phillips. Knocks it in! Ben White! Get in! Come on! Get in there, Ben White. What a finish. I do. This tactic is working from corners. Look at this. Phillips. Ball in. Ben White. Get in. Phillips' delivery is ridiculous. Great finish. Ben White again. My centre-backs are literally top scorers at the minute. Right, let's hold out now. Love to bury these a bit more. Get another couple of goals. He's got it. Phillips has got it. Play it. Play it, Calvin. Calvin, play it. Play it. Good knock. Harrison. Yes. Get in. Get in. He had to play it. He had to play it. And he did. Phillips did so well there. It looked like he played it behind him a bit. Watching the replay now. Phillips. A little bit of a knock. Lovely little knock. Harrison. Oh, keeper's had a nightmare. Bayakowski, whatever he's called. Bath. It's got to be a win for the boys on it, surely. Let's make a couple of subs. Augustin's not had a great game. So we'll bring a bit of pace on in Connolly. Oh, Aileen's, I mean, look at that. Aileen's absolutely struggling, but we've got nothing on the bench, mate. What about Ledemo? Can he play there? Nah. I mean, we're comfortable at this moment in time, so I don't want to push it, but let's get Macias we'll get him on the left. No, we're not, because Harrison's just scored. I do want Macias in and around it, though. No, we'll wait for that sub. Look at these stats, guys. Look at these stats. Absolutely mauled by the Tigers. No, come on, they can't score. Out of absolutely nowhere, Hadzic, a mild player apparently, when I first bought him, decided to scissor kick someone on the edge of the box. No idea why. Right, so now we're against it. 30 minutes to go. I'm back against the wall now. Let's defend. Save Meslier. Well, imagine if we can get a third. Connolly. Oh, Connolly, you've lost it twice, mate. Thing is, I go from attacking to balanced or cautious or defensive, but every time on FM when you do that, it always leaves you susceptible to them just coming onto you. Come on, let's see this out. Great knock to Stu. That was there to help Connolly. We're doing all right to contain him, to be fair. So hopefully we can keep it up. Dallas, what a winner. Harrison, play it in, son. Play it in. Oh, he's pulled him. Penalty. Get in. He get in there. Harrison's been pulled back. It's a penalty. Who is it? Helder. Get in there. The play was clear in the box. That shouldn't have counted. That shouldn't have counted. The referees had an absolute shocker, but it's 3-0 for Leeds. I'm not complaining. I mean, the player's literally running back. It's the most ridiculous decision you'll ever see, but it's 3-0, and Leeds are comfortable. Haley, he's done remarkably so far to look at this. It's pretty embarrassing, this for Millwall. Way. Oh, go on, Conley. Oh, Jack Harrison. Millwall have had an absolute shocker here. They just can't get a touch of the ball. These are all over them, even with 10 men. I wish we could do this down at Millwall. It's one place I always want to go and see us win. But we really struggle down there. No matter what Leeds side, I mean, they always get so up for it. It's unbelievable. But see out a clean sheet would be fantastic, especially to see how threadbare we are at the back. Come on, let's get a clean sheet. Good save, Meslier. Meslier's been class. He's been absolutely class. Bad kick though. Mahoney. Wide. Mahoney saved again. Well done, Meslier. Great kick that though. Costa, what can you do? Let's get another one. Poor ball. O'Brien. Well out. We're defending well, to be fair. Defended really well today. Right, okay, get in there. I'm at 31 shots. It is classic Leeds. But yeah, I agree with Ryan. It was excellent, that. I'm very happy with the way you played. Very happy indeed. Look at that. Leeds top of the table by a point. Hadzic, man, what were you doing there? You nearly let your team down. Leave him alone, poor Augustin. Yeah, I mean, he isn't that sort of player. Apparently, he was miles when I bought him. He's been stood next to Phillips too long. Did any of you catch that LUTV interview as well when it was Cooper, Ayling, and Phillips, and essentially Cooper and Ayling were saying that, yeah, even in any scenario, Calvin's going for that tackle like he did against QPR, and wouldn't blame him because it's adding to his game. That just made me feel more nervous. Whereas he's getting fined, that was shocking. He's lucky we didn't lose that game. If we'd have lost that game, he'd have been absolutely through the roof. Right, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it there just literally because it's in another 14 days, the Birmingham game. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to be back online tomorrow. Instead of leaving it so long, I'm going to be back online tomorrow streaming, and we're going to get it sorted from then, guys, because I do want to make this a little bit more regular. I know it's been a lot of us talking, which I wanted to do with you. I just don't want to make this a series. I want to also catch up. So that's what we did for the first bit, and now we've had a couple of games, so we're right back into it. 6 goals, 0 conceded. But tomorrow we're going to play a few more games as well. So make sure you're sort of like in tune with that one. Yeah, guys, and as I said, make sure you slap a like on the video, put a comment in, and we'll